Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Eliz, and welcome back to Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Expert Mode Skyblock. In the last episode, we were working towards, what did we do last time? I believe we made the Conjuration Callus, which is a pretty cool block that will allow us to duplicate things. To be perfectly honest, it's probably not going to be that useful in this, but I figured we'd get, make it and all that kind of fun stuff. We had to do some witchery stuff for that, and I think that's what we did last episode. I honestly don't remember. It's been a while. So we've also been working on our mob farm, which is going, let's say, well. We'll go look at that in just a second, but I've been working on just a bunch of different things and trying to figure out what all we need to kind of do in order to progress. So definitely one thing that we need is the mob farm. So let's go look at that. This is gonna be kind of scary. There is some issues with the mob farm, but not that many. So I added another ring of. Okay, let's turn that down for a second. So I added another ring of the Draconian infused obsidian to make another portal, and this is sending the gas off immediately. So no problem there. The problem is, the gas sometimes don't like getting into the little box that I have where they're going to be ground up. They will shoot at us. One tried to kill me. And they will sometimes spawn outside. So this is a dangerous area now if the gas spawner is on. I also went ahead. Let's wait for the next wave. Okay. I went ahead and put fused quartz here because they kept breaking the glass. They kept breaking the glass on the other side too, but don't care about as much about that. But yeah, we have all the spawners up and running, so that's exactly what I want. It's working well. So we're gonna let that run. How close are we to the Galgadorian? I've been letting it run for a little bit, but I don't think we're that close. 1,300 more gas tiers. Surprisingly, that will not take long. We should be able to get the Galgadorian medals this episode. So what else do we need to do? Well, I have, let's see, what's the next thing I want to mention? This guy down here, the Draconium system, is working like a charm. We do need to kind of keep Ender Pearls flowing, which is why I have the Enderman on. We can have multiple of these guys on at once, and it seems to work just fine, so I'm not too concerned about that. But this is working to the extent that we have a ton of Draconium. So that is really nice, and something we can actually start doing is one thing we need for the creative energy cell is the draconic flux capacitors. Well, we can go ahead and make the wyvern tier, and we're going to need a lot of those. I believe it's like 16 of them. Let me just put those in there. Put all that in there, and if we look at the, I guess we have to look up wyvern. We're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 10, 16. So we need 16 of these. And we still need more Draconium. I do need to get more Awakened Draconium, so that is a thing as well. So it's going to take some time. A lot of it... So here's the issue that I'm running into with this mod pack, is I have two options. I can either improve automation, which takes time to set up to make things go faster, or I keep the automation we have and just let it run for longer. And so I don't know which one is going to be faster. There's a couple of things I still need to do, like I need to go hunt and kill. I need to do the math to actually figure out how many dragons we need to kill, but I need to do that at some point. And yeah, we need to get all of the dragon hearts, and I'll need to make sure this guy is working correctly for that, which making sure there's nothing in here currently. So yeah, it's just one of those things of just trying to get everything to work the way we need it to. We can't find, like, on one hand we could potentially go fight the Chaos Guardian, but I have no desire to do that. We do have the Awakened armor, so we could, but I don't really want to. That's more the issue. So there's a lot of, do we improve the Draconium stuff? This actually works really well. So this and like this with the dragon killing and everything else that we have just kind of normally running should be fine. Specifically this, which is the netherrack whenever we have excess redstone. In fact, this is backed up, which is great. So we could always speed that up, get more Draconian Dust, which we then put through there to get more Draconium. I'm going to turn some of these spawners off. I'm going to turn the Wither Skeleton spawner off. Seem to be getting a little bit framey. Maybe not. But yeah, so that's kind of where I'm at with what do I do from here. Now, I did have the Wither Skeletons on. Reason for that is the other thing we need is solar panels. And the solar panels, ultimate hybrids, we're going to need 72 of these. Because we need 9 of the quantum, and those require 8 ultimate hybrids. Pretty easy math. So 72 of those means we need a ton of things. And we have everything. I had to fix some of the, I believe it was the bronze that was messing everything up. Copper and tin were not happy. But we need 4,500 iridium ore. That's a lot. We also need another 4,000 coal. That's not too bad. But the Wither Skeletons is a way for us to farm coal kind of outside of all this stuff. Now we could make a farm for some of that stuff, you know, to make, for example, some of these other things. I just don't know that I want to yet. Now, something I do want to see, what we could do is make 8 of these. We can't. That is a lot of iridium. So yeah. Oh man, we need a lot of iridium. And so that brings us to the next thing. The other thing we're going to need, actually before we get to the next thing, the other thing we're going to need, this is just, it's kind of, I don't know, I have to figure out the best ways to get all of these materials and get everything set up the way we need them, and it's not going to be easy. The series is slowly becoming a huge grind fest. Not necessarily a bad thing, also not a good thing. So the other thing we need from this is rubber. So I want to set up the rubber tree farm again, and luckily it's pretty straightforward. We just put this here. We're gonna put these guys in there. Always active. I'm gonna take a single sapling, put it in here, and lock the barrel. And then I want to increase this guy. So we're going to get some structure upgrades and some of these. So let's get, like, I don't know, 30 pistons? Sure. And just make a ton of those. And then we're going to want some of this stuff. We're going to need fences. It's going to be easier just to make them like this, so every 2. Alright, so we'll get iron, gold, and then diamond here. Alright, so I just want to basically have plenty of space for this. And been nice if it gave it to me in the proper order, but it decided not to. So we can just add all of these. And we can now store a ton of rubber. So these will eventually grow. I'll get rubber trees. It'll be great. Okay, so the other thing, it still feels framey. It's not. Okay, the other thing we need to do, sorry about that, I'm paranoid, evidently. The other thing we need to do is we need to mass fabricate a lot more UU-Matter. And power-wise, we're honestly doing just fine. This is even full of the uranium fuel rods, which I've been having so much trouble with this. That is still working. It's still processing all of this stuff, so it's just taking forever. And that's kind of the problem. All this stuff is taking forever. IC2 is notoriously slow. So what I want to do about that is, well, we're gonna... Okay, I have 2 ultimate hybrids already. I have to remember that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get some more overclockers, and I've been working on getting a ton of IC2 coolant, and we're just gonna get more overclockers. That is kind of the plan. So we're gonna set the recipe up for that. So we need these guys, and if I make one of them, let's make sure we don't have any fuel rods in here. No. Okay. We do have... This is gonna hurt, but whatever. Just put that in there and it'll be fine. Our talisman gets rid of the radiation, so that's nice. So we want a coolant. As you can see, I have a bunch of these things already. And then we're gonna want a circuit, as well as some wires, some copper insulated wires. Let's go ahead and make 2 of those. Alright, so now we should be able to teach it the overclockers. Perfect. And then we'll put those in here. And make me like 20 of them. And that'll be fine. So the other thing is empty cells. I have a bunch of them, so I can always get more. And that's pretty much that. We can get the overclockers. What we're going to do with the overclockers, once we get these. So it's using a lot of rubber. That's fine. It needs to make a bunch of tin. That's also fine. This guy is a little slow, but I can live with it. Not that big of a deal. So overclocker upgrades, we have 2. I want to send these, and we're going to put these 2 immediately in here. And that's going to go a lot faster, and it should be okay with power, hopefully. And I don't know why it does that, but it does, and I hate it. Oh, man. There is some major issues with a lot of stuff. So, other things we can look at. So, we need the solar panels. We're going to need 6 more of these. That is going to require a ton of redstone and iron and electrotine. We only have like half the electrotine. So that is probably going to be something that we're just going to kind of wait around for. Do we have any more overclockers yet? We do. So what we can do with this is if we just fly down here. This one will probably be best to see. So 5 is too many. 4 is too many, so it's 3. So we need to add... Do they all have... No, they do not all have 3. Now something else we can do to make this a little bit more efficient and get us more stuff. Alright, too many. Not enough power. Alright, well. These guys are slowly running out. Never mind, I don't think we can do this. So I think what we'll have to do is, if we want more recyclers, we either need to get them on a different line, which should not be too much of a problem, or we need to... Is there any other ways to get scrap? No. We need to get more of these guys, and what we could do is just set up a small little system. Basically disconnect this section, and I don't know what these guys output. It's at least tier 3, I think. But this is constantly full, so you know what? We could probably turn that off and just not worry about it. We could also run the power down from that, but tier 3 is... What do we have over here? That's tier 2. Does it matter? MFE, well, yeah, tier 2. It's the MFE. This is tier 4. That's tier 4. That's tier 3. So, tier 3 is what it seems to be. That might be useful. We could just set up a wire. Can we make some more machines? Do we have any extra machines? So... Can I just look up industrial craft? Nope. Let's just do mod. That'll work. And scroll through till we find industrial craft. So what I want to do is I just want to test and see if we get two of these guys and coil. Do we have any machines whatsoever? No. Of course not. I mean, this would work as well. So theoretically, if we can hook something up to this, then we can hook something up to anything. Now, let's just put this like here. I can never remember. Input is on any side that isn't, and then yeah, that doesn't seem to care. Okay. So what we can do is we could disconnect this line and oh man, I don't want to blow up all these guys. So let's do one more test. Let's get another recycler. And before I do anything, I want to make sure this is going to work. So recycler. What do we need? We need a compressor. Alright, so yeah, let's teach the system how to make this. So first thing we need to do is a circuit, some stone, which we have plenty of, so I don't know why that's not working, and a machine casing, which we already know how to make. It's pretty easy. Let's put that away. And if we can get this, then it's going to be great. Is this working yet? Yes. Cool. So that should not be filling up with anything. Oh no, it does have rubber wood. Right. And rubber wood, can we use this for anything other than charcoal? We can extract rubber out of it, so maybe we'll do that. So we'll just let that fill up. Okay. Do we have our stuff yet? No, because it probably messed up again. Oh man, this is so annoying. I should fix this. I'm just not entirely sure how to. Because it's almost like this doesn't like it's almost like this doesn't want to connect to the system all the time. So, I don't know. Or maybe it's trying to pull stuff out. That would make sense too. Okay. Anyways. That is still not filled up. Are we making... It says it's making... Oh my gosh. It always messes up things, and it's so annoying. Because it always thinks it needs to craft more of these things, and we have plenty of them. I should probably fiddle around with that and try to fix it, but I'm kind of lazy. Especially when it comes to IC2 automation, it's finicky at best. Okay, so that should be better. So we need to make a compressor, and then we can turn that into a recycler. I know I have everything. Glowstone, dirt, and iron. Let's go ahead and grab one. So this is going to be so we can make more of these guys if we want to, if we need to, kind of thing. But more than anything, I just want to see if we can... Oh, man. Let's grab a glass fiber cable, because that's what we're currently using. And let's just make sure that it's not going to blow up or anything. It shouldn't. If it didn't blow up the bat box, it shouldn't blow up any machines. And then what we can do is we can just add a storage cell down here, so that it doesn't like overflow or anything. So we should be able to do this. Please don't explode. It's also not getting power, so you can't feed those directly. Which I feel like I already knew. Okay. So we need to have alright, I know what we need to do. We need to get some transformer upgrades. And shouldn't do this, but yeah, we got the basic machine casing back. Oh well. Shouldn't do that. Should use a wrench, but I'm lazy. Okay, so we're gonna want transformer upgrades for all of those guys. And I believe we have 7 of them. So that's something else we should probably teach the system how to make. And this will obviously help get more stuff. So, oh my gosh, this is so complicated. Okay. We need a circuit. You know, I'm just going to tell this to make like 10 of them. We're going to need gold wire, gold cable. Let's get like 2 of those. And yeah, let's see. Because what we'll want to do is just set up some sort of probably an MFE. Might be easy enough. We don't want to use a bat box because that's not enough power. MFE. We can also craft an MFE. No problem. And what else do we need for this? We need an MV transformer. So don't have one of those. Machine casing. What? Oh, right. The one thing would have used it. Okay. I don't know why the AE system is acting so weird, but it is. You know, eventually this will make the fuel rods that we need. Alright, so that's filled up. That's filled up. And 420 EU per tick. If that's what it has, then it's filled up. So what we can do is we can just use solar panels. These guys, because they have plenty of power to fill up a storage bank to basically power all of these guys. And rather than using the transformers, we can just use actual transformer upgrades, which the way EU transfer works is, let's pop up here and I can explain it. This guy, the MFE, transfers out 512 EU per tick. It sends packets of 512 out. Now that 512 travels down here and goes all around here. And when it hits this, it is still 512 EU, but it downgrades it to the 128 and then to 32. So it's 32, it's packets of 32 EU, but it's 512 total. If this was a bat box and we had the same kind of setup, it would only be 32 EU per tick. So basically, it's to use the transformer upgrades is not only just kind of simpler, so you don't have explosions and all that kind of fun stuff, but it actually makes it better to go from high voltage to low voltage, because you will get more voltage in general. Now, obviously we're getting a lot already, but what we can do is we can make an MFSU, and that quadruples our power output. Which MFS, what's the difference between an MFSU and an MFE crafting wise? We need one and not much else. Okay, so you know what? Let's see if we have the Galgadorian blocks. We can do it. Cool. So I will tell you guys what. I am going to cut the episode here. We will come back once the crafting is done, and I can set up the recyclers and get the automation, all that kind of fun stuff set up. And then we will be able to start working on some really cool things. So I will be back once some of that stuff is done. So yeah, be right back. Alrighty then, so a little bit later, and we're still making the Galgadorian blocks. Those are going to take a little bit of time. I'm going to try something to make them go a little bit faster once we have... They literally just went in there. So as you can see, this interface is the one making the magma creams. That's what they're called. The blaze and the slime. I'm gonna add some speed upgrades to these molecular assemblers, and if that works, it might be something we want to do for a lot of things. Well, okay, they're acceleration cards, same difference. This will be done relatively soon. Everything else wasn't too long of a wait, and I have everything that we need for the MFSU. And we have the 21 transformer upgrades that we should need. One other thing that I will talk about in just a moment once we walk over there. So let's put those in there. So that'll be a lot faster. And it was like 22 minutes, so it's a lot faster now. So maybe adding those will be enough, and I won't have to have a separate system to make magma creams. Otherwise, I could always try to find a magma cube. I don't know if there's an easy way to do that. That might be something to look into. But we could always make a magma cube and do stuff with that. Now, something I was having trouble with, and this is really, really strange and really, really silly. So, the quad fuel rods we were making them and then losing them like immediately, and I couldn't figure it out. Well, it turns out that this solar panel was connected right here, and I didn't realize that. And these 4 slots were filled with our fuel rods and the depleted ones. So yeah, I got that fixed. We have plenty of fuel rods now, and everything is fine. So yeah, little tiny mistake that happens. Anyways, we're gonna hook up an MFSU down here. And we need to get these guys all transformed up. So we're going to need 3 in each, I do believe. That would make the most sense because These machines are also tier 1. They have 2 transformer upgrades and they're to a MFE. MFSU is the next tier up, so it would be obvious to have 3. So we just need to get these guys in here. And there is some other things we can do. If we want to put more overclockers, we can actually get a energy upgrade. Wrong button. What is it called actually? It is a energy storage upgrade, which increases storage by 10,000 EU. So that would be pretty significant. I don't know how much these actually hold, but we can put those in there, and they're pretty cheap. Circuit, a battery, which is pretty cheap, and then some wood. So nothing too major. And what that would do is significantly increase 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we have 8, not 7. We have 9, not 7. Okay, so we need 6 more transformers. Let's go ahead and get those crafted. Should not take too long. Unless we need rubber. Actually, we don't need rubber. I went ahead and processed the rubber wood, which is something I will probably do as we go along, and get all of the rubber we possibly can, and all that fun stuff. This is something that's going to take some time to kind of process and get plenty of rubber. It's going to be a while of just AFKing, to be honest, but now we should be able to make the 6 transformers. And that shouldn't take too long. We're almost done with the Galgadorian metal. Yeah, this will take like a minute. The biggest thing is making these guys, which we could always put more lasers. That is something, might not be a bad idea. We can get 3 more lasers. And I don't think, no. I am curious. How bad are the lasers to make? Diamantine. 1. Can we make the diamantine electron tubes? No. But I can always make those myself. So we can go ahead and just add 1 more. And that'll speed this up. Making more diamantine electron tubes would not be a problem whatsoever. How are we doing on this? We got enough for 10 more iridium. So that's actually not bad. And the thing is like this is constantly running now, and it is losing power during the night, but then gaining power during the day. So, and these guys are, yeah, getting more power. So, we could put the timer back on. I don't think that'd be a problem, and put it at a lower time. But I'll kind of mess around with this as needed. Anything else? We don't really have much else to do today. Unfortunately, we need to work with IC2, and I hate working with IC2. It's a good mod, don't get me wrong, and I think it's, you know, it's not that it's a bad mod, it's just very slow, and the power stuff is annoying. So we're going to want to break these. Let's actually grab a wrench. We have a wrench that we can use. We probably should be using it the entire time. It's even an electric wrench, so like there's no reason not to. And of course it starts raining. Let's charge this guy back up, and he should be in lossless mode. Yes. So all we need to do is break that and break that. Those guys are going to run out of power, but that's okay, because then we can just add an MFSU to like right here. We will get our cables going. And this guy should be charging up. Nice. And please no explosions. No explosions. Perfect. So now the question is, can we make more overclocker upgrades and put those in there? The answer is probably yes, and then we'll probably need to make more of the other things, the energy upgrades, because that's probably going to be what the bottleneck will be. But basically what we want to do is make this... Does this electrocute us? No. Okay. What we want to do is make these guys make scrap more quickly, to the point of... I want to make sure that these guys... So it looks like we can probably put like 5 in. Without any problem. Now this is losing power. So let's just go for 4 at all of them. And I can just kind of, well, mess around with this, to be honest. So each one of these increase power significantly, but reduces the production time also significantly. So it is a give and take type of thing. And the more overclockers we have, the more scrap we'll get, which means more UU-Matter, because scrap makes the UU-Matter production go a lot faster. So something we might want to consider, especially if it's going to rain like this, is just kind of making sure we have plenty of excess. So do we have any more solar panels that we can plop down? I mean, we could steal that one. Is that going to make a difference? No. But it might make a little bit of a difference down here. So these guys are probably not running because of the rain. There is ways to get rid of the rain. There is weather. There's the weather obelisk, but there's also something from forestry. I don't remember what it's called though. Oh man, what is that thing called? It is this thing, the Rainmaker, which also makes it not rain. But in order to use that, you need iodine capsules, which requires pollen and honey and gunpowder, and it's annoying, and I don't want to. You can't make me, so we're not going to do it. Another thing we could do is there is a ritual thing. Imperfect ritual stone? Yeah, one of those. We can make one of those, I think. It's just some stone and these guys, and then I believe with a block of lapis we can do something kind of neat. Assuming we have enough stuff. You'll see what I mean soon enough. So lapis, I believe it's a block of lapis, and I don't remember which order it is. This is what's known as a, it's a low level ritual. So you have the bigger rituals that's like the multi-block structures. Do we have one still? No, I got rid of the ritual. But like, you know, for killing mobs and whatnot, there's a bunch of rituals you can do. This is an imperfect ritual. It is a much simpler thing. How much do we have? We have 200,000. That is more than enough. So let's look at... Oh, man. It's probably in a different ritual master. Weak rituals. So make that. And we can't see anything until we take our armor off, and I can't do that unless... unless we get rid of that. So 5k. Yeah, so it's 5k. With some work, I found that water creates a rainstorm with so much lightning, and a somewhat rare mineral block by the name of lapis had the interesting effect of turning day to night. Final block was with bedrock. Oh, okay. So test one before. Okay. Should know at the start of each ritual, lightning strikes the ritual stones and sets of the light. Okay, so use the power of whatever it was above it. So basically, we're going to put this in the corner. And we have 221. We right click that, and we have 5,000 less. I need to put my armor back on, and what we can do is we just turned it to night. So that is a really cool little thing that you can use to make it night, and that will let us get rid of the rain, which means everything should get powered back up. We should have enough of our solar panels to make sure everything over here is nice and powered. Let's put that away and that away. I'll get rid of the divination sigil in a little bit, but this guy is gaining power as well as this one. They both are. Cool. So this should be fine. It should help get us a ton of UU-Matter, and then eventually we will be able to make a ton of Iridium. I've already used all the Iridium shards we've gotten so far. I might look into other ways to get Iridium, but the main way is just with this stuff. There is another way in terms of, it's not Cenarium, not that stuff. Iridium. We can also get it from Mox nuclear fuel and pellets of RTG, which is plutonium and dense iron, and plutonium and uranium. So that's a potential, but plutonium is also used for nothing. We're also going to need some of these pellets for more of these energy cells. We're going to need like upwards of 9 for this entire thing. Oh man, we're so close. So that's almost done. Because if we want to keep one creative energy cell, there's one. And then we need 4 of them to make a creative tank, which, by the way, once we get that, I'm hooking that up to UU-Matter, and we're pumping out the Iridium. And then I will hook it up to the Draconium, and then we'll have infinite Draconium. That is the plan with that. But so we'll need 4 for those, and then the creative portable tank is also used to make the everlasting guilty pool. So we might want 2 of those creative portable tanks. So that's 4 more. So that is 9 in total. I don't think there's anything else that's creative we can make. Tips, magic, goals. Yeah, the goal is the creative guilty, and then the 2 of those. I don't believe there's anything else we can really make with this guy. We can look. There's only 8 recipes, and most of them are angel rings. We can make the we can make the creative flux capacitor. That's not awful to make, but it's not worth my time. So I'm not gonna make it. That's simple as that. So yeah, the big thing is we also want to get rid of, or get through, I guess, all the achievements. Which means we have to go up. Went too far. Which means currently we need to make the ultimate solar panel, and then the 3 creative items. So there's not much more to do. The only problem with that is the ultimate solar panel is going to require so much electrotine that it's going to be a pain to get. But we should be able to do that. Not too much of a problem. It's just going to be a matter of getting everything together and whatnot. So one of the big things I need to do is get more dragon hearts and draconium in general, so we can make all the awakened draconian blocks we're going to need. And are we done with this? 6 more minutes. So is there anything else I can think of to do right now? Let's actually look at the the other stuff, the Guilty, and then the creative portable tank. So the everlasting Guilty pool, we're going to need 4 primordial pearls, which we can duplicate with crystal clusters. I need to make the rest of the crystal clusters. Those are just going to be a matter of, well, crafting them. They're just moderate infusions. It's going to take a little bit of time. And I need to kill a lot of the Gaia Guardian. And that's it. Gaia Spirit ingots come from the Gaia Guardian, so, and Terraced Steel, obviously. And we have everything else, so it's really just going to be a matter of getting, killing the Gaia Guardian, and I think I can handle that. It's just something I have to grind out. Plus getting all of the Terraced Steel that we're going to need, which I don't think there's any other way to get Terraced Steel. That would be nice, but Terraced Steel blocks we can't make, and Terraced Steel nuggets we can't get. So there is no bees as far as I'm aware, so there's no reason to do anything with that. That's a bummer. But so the Guilty pool, the mana pool, is pretty straightforward from here on out. I just need to grind some Gaia Spirit and do a lot of infusions and a little bit of blood work, but that's not too bad. And then the creative portable tank, we're gonna need a ton of bedrockium drums, which mostly is just bedrockium. That's the hard part, which I believe we have that automatically. Yeah, we have that craftable. I might teach the system, I might go ahead and do that, teach the system how to make the bedrockium drums. We're going to need, what, 2, 4, 6, 7, 14, 2, 4, 6, 7, 28 of those. So that's kind of bad, but not that bad. Ender tank glass is really easy. And then the Ender tank controller is also really quite simple. So yeah, that's pretty straightforward. I'll need to teach the system how to make the machine frame, but that's not that big of a deal, because it's just going to be intricate. Yeah, we can do all of that stuff, and then the emerald chipset is the other thing, and we can just teach the system how to make that. So yeah, the hard part is the creative energy cell. Partially the Galgadorian blocks, those are just annoying. The flux capacitors are annoying because of how we need to get dragon hearts, and then the quantum solar panels are annoying because of the Iridium. So there's some major bottlenecks, but nothing too awful. And we're almost done with this, so you know what? Nah, we'll do that later. So what's kind of next? Well, the big thing is I need to grind out all of the Iridium that we need for the solar panels. I need to grind out the dragons and figure out if this is fixed or not, and if it's not, fix it. I hate this thing. I hate this thing so much. The Creeper Trophy does make it a little bit nice, though. So a lot of it is just getting a ton of Draconium, which we are still getting a good bit from this. And I don't know if, because that's just making crushed. This is getting what? It's getting inserted on these guys. We could put the fortune upgrades in there if we really wanted to. I don't know if it's worth it or not, but one of the big things I think we need to do is just kind of expand everything. Can we get Draconium ore from this? It doesn't look like we can. As you can see, we have a lot of ores in here, especially a lot of diamonds. This has been running. It's got a lot of light blue. I don't believe we can get Draconium from this, which is a bummer. It would probably be purple, and that looks like it's just lead. So otherwise it'd be magenta. What color was that? That was gray. Just get you silver. Huh. Okay. So I'm killing time. Sorry. So yeah, I need to do a lot of like little maintenance and stuff around here, but for the most part, hey, this is almost done. I almost want to just help this along, but for the most part, like, the biggest things we need to do is just get a ton of resources, and that is unfortunate, but also just kind of the way it is. I don't know if I don't know that bees are going to help us anymore, so I don't know that this area is going to be all that useful to us. Yeah, right, I turned those guys off, and these guys were just filled with whatever. So, like, the bees were cool and whatnot, but they're not useful enough in this mod pack. A lot of the things we need is not going to come from them. The biggest thing is Draconium, and just the annoyance with how to get Draconium. We can't look at it that way. Let's go this way. So there is Draconium nuggets, molten Draconium. There is the Thaumcraft style stuff, but there's not really a good way to get Draconium dust. Tiny piles we can get from, yeah, there's a lot of different ways to get Draconium, but there's none that are good. Oh man, so really don't know. We can kill the dragon some more. That would be somewhat useful. Hey, it's done. Cool. I can stop talking. We can kill the dragon some more. That would be somewhat useful, but honestly, it's just going to be a lot of waiting. So this series is probably going to slow down a little bit, potentially, but it might be a little bit more like this episode and some of the last ones where I bring you guys in for a pretty short update. We do a little bit of stuff, maybe make a system work or whatnot, and then I go grind out materials for a while. So I'm not sure. We'll figure things out and go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We did get a lot done today. Upgraded our IC2 stuff a little bit. Got some automation going with that, and now I need to wait forever for more stuff. And we also got the Galgadorian blocks, which is really nice. So we're getting closer. It's just going to take more time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye!